Have you ever had difficulty mastering your time? I know I have. What is the secret to mastering your time? I am going to tell you, but you have to stay tuned and you don't want to miss this. It is powerful stuff. So let me just dispel and remove the fallacy that you can control time. There are many workshops out there claiming that say you can manage your time, master your time. You can't do that. That's impossible. You can't manage your time. No one on this planet can manage time. And do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because, well, let me put it this way. Have you ever watched a clock? I'm not talking about a digital one. I'm talking about one that has a second hand. Have you ever seen a clock go, I can't manage myself. I can't, it's just terrible. I don't know what to do with my life. Well, no, you haven't. With, of course, the exception of Walt Disney. So let's you and I get a little serious just for a minute and discuss something about time. Time is not money. Have you ever heard that saying or expression, time is money, time is money? Actually, it's not, because time can be replaced and money can't. Oh, wait a minute. I got that backwards. Money can be replaced, and it is replaced every single day that we work, but time can never be replaced. If you could give me the last 10 years of my life back, along, of course, knowing what I did wrong and what I did right, I will pay you any price. Can you do it? I didn't think so. Neither can I. So there's no real way you can manage time. Time is not your enemy, and time is not your friend. Time is your servant. That's right. Now, what happens when we find ourselves in this conundrum where we can't control our time? How does time become your master instead of your servant? When you're first born, it is your servant. It's there to serve you. It wants to serve you all your entire life, and it wants you to benefit. There's one thing that can disrupt the time of your life, and it affects your emotions. It affects the outcomes of your day. It affects your 24 hours. It affects every moment of your life. It affects your relationships and whether they succeed or fail, whether they are fulfilled, your acting career, and every aspect of your entire life can be thrown off balance if you don't keep this balanced. You know what it is? I'm about to tell you. Your emotions. That's right. Your emotions dictate your action. What I tell my students is this: energy in motion. Motion. You see how that worked? Pretty fancy, eh? E equals motion, energy in motion. The way we express our energy with our body, or how we don't express our body with emotion, with some energy, dictates our mood, dictates our belief system, or our BS, or what we think, and what we follow, and who we follow, or who we don't follow. And when that gets all mixed up, guess what? Our time becomes our master. We don't know what to do with our time. Consequently, sometimes we even default to this.
All I see is money. Money. I gotta get money so I can get stuff so I can feel good about myself.
And when that happens, friend, time takes a back seat to money. That's right. Time is in the driver's seat while you are in the back seat, and it is driving you anywhere it desires. Now I know this may not be popular, but nevertheless it's true. Have you ever had a desire and then it became a need? Have you ever made your wants your needs? Getting a huge car or a huge house, and knowing for a fact that you're putting yourself in harm's way as well as your family, that you really can't afford this. However, your emotions, because you haven't taken stock in who you are in quite a while, are dictating your actions instead of your mind, your free will, as it were, to dictate your emotions. To say, I don't have time for this right now. I can live without this fancy doodad, this fancy house or fancy car right now, because I am working on my acting career. I am working on the most important, precious thing in life, and that's my marriage, and that's my kids. Everything is riding on that. Human life. Or everything is riding on what I feel inside. this urge to act, this urge to take this workshop or this mastermind or this class for acting. I've got to make that sacrifice because I'm looking on the inside and I want to use my time wisely because it can't be replaced. And then later, hey, you'll have more money because you've invested time in who you are and not just in what you own. Now I'm going to give you some practical steps that you can take today, right now, to master your time, mastering your emotions, which will, in essence, master your money and master your acting career and give you fulfillment and not just success. Because the truth of the matter is, and I have been personally on top of the world with success, my own mountain up here staring down. And guess what? I was alone. That's right, I was alone, looking down at my past, down at what I lost because of this decision and that decision. And I've learned. And I want to tell you something right now. If you have success, but no one to share it with, you're going to want to jump off your mountain. That's right. Success without fulfillment is empty. This video is all about time. So here's how to master your time, like I said, by mastering your emotions, figuring out what you want, what you don't want. I want you to start off with 5 questions. That's right, 5 questions, and I give it to it's in my mastermind course, by the way, if you want to look it up and see if it's for you, and get back with me. Be welcome to have you. 5 questions. Who, what, where, when, and why. Who, what, when, where, and why. For instance, I'll give you an example. The first W of the 5 W's is who. Who are you? Who? I want to really know. Well, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And I'm not talking about your bank account. I'm not talking about your license or your passport. I'm not talking about your job. I'm not even talking about your acting career or the last role that you played or even the position you hold in your family. That's right. Those are identifiers. Those are labels. They're not bad labels necessarily, but in essence, they are labels. You're more than just a mom. You're more than just a wife. You're more than just a husband. You're more than just this. You're more than just a coworker, etc., etc., etc. Who are you? Who are you is what's inside of you. Who are you is what is inside of you. Which brings us to the next W. What? Who are you is what is inside of you. Because what you do becomes who you are. What you do every day becomes who you are. If you're doing something to fabricate something to make yourself feel good when you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to become that. If you work yourself into a tither or a tather because you don't want to think about the problems that you've created in your life or the situation because we all create everything in our lives. So you're going to fake yourself out. You're going to deep fake yourself. You're going to take yourself and delve into something that really isn't you, and therefore you'll become that. So it's very, very important, if you want to know who you are, analyze what you do. And if there's something in your life that's what you're doing, the activity of what you're doing, and it's hurting you spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, stop. There's a reason behind the scenes, as it were. Behind the scenes, there's a reason why you're doing what you're doing. So we have the who. We have the what. Who, what, when. When are you doing it? When was the last time that you did what you did to become who you are today? Who you are is what you do. When was the last time that you did it? When was the last time that you went to an audition? When was the last time that you kissed your wife or hugged your husband? When was the last time that you took yourself out to the gym and worked out? Because that what becomes who. We're talking about time again. When. When is always a time. Who, what, when, where. Where are you geographically? Is it making you happy? How did you get there? You got there because of what you did, when you did it, which makes you who you are. Where are you emotionally? Where's your energy going? Well, that too is because of what you did, when you did it, becomes who you are. Who, what, when, where, and why. Your why is the strongest of all. Kind of like your thumb. Your thumb is the strongest part of your hand. A thumbs up. So to ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you did what you did, when you did it, where you did it, then you'll figure out who you are. So I'm going to give you now an example. These 5 W's can be applied to anything in your life at any time of your life. Who am I? I'm an actor. What have I done? I've done theater and film and television for 30 years. That becomes who I am because of what I studied, what I believed in, and who, what, when. When have I done it? I've done it for over 30 years. Where have I done it geographically? I have done it in Canada and the USA. How has that affected me? Where am I emotionally? I'm emotionally stronger because of it, because I make better choices of what I do, which becomes who I am. Who, what, when, where. Why? Why am I an actor? Because I love to communicate effectively and bring messages across about a person's relationship with God, with themselves, with other people. That's why I became an acting coach. Are you beginning to understand how to master your time by mastering your emotions, which leads to mastering your relationships with God, with others, with yourself, with your health, with your finances, everything that is in your life, with your energy? Good. Because the 5 W's help you stay in the moment. Staying in the moment is not cliche. Staying in the moment is very, very vital when it comes to your acting career. And when it comes, of course, to your life. Now, here's another scenario you could play. Say, for example, you are playing an alcoholic. Now, this alcoholic has been an alcoholic for like 25 years. And he or she cannot break it. Why? Because they have done it for so long. Their what has become their who. Their who has become their what. Who, what, when? When? Well, it's been for 25 years. Where? Where are they emotionally? Maybe they become an alcoholic because of their broken home, because of their childhood, because of abuse, because of failed marriage, okay? Because here's a little tip here about the when part, which, has to do with time. The longer you do something, the harder it will be to change. Why? Because it's in you. It's in you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's why. And you have conditioned yourself to do this, whatever this is. So these 5 W's can be applied to any character. You can break it down. It's awesome and it's a lot of fun, actually. It makes memorizing lines and getting into the truth of the character a whole lot easier. So I have a question for you. What are you doing with your time today? Because it's based upon what you do, who you are, what you do, when you've done it, which brings you where you are now. And of course, the ultimate question is why? Now, this is a consolidated lesson, okay? If you need a coach, I can help you through things, help you walk through things. I'm an acting coach and a certified coach with Tony Robbins. So acting is life, life is acting. They can't be separated. They are parallel to each other. They're not exactly alike, but that's what makes life interesting, right? That's what makes you want to play a character. So if you need a coach, I may be the one for you. davidthompsoncoaching.co, davidthompsoncoaching.co. Write to me if you have any questions. Hey, I'm here for you. Subscribe, like, and share, and take stock in the time that you have today, because that's all you actually have. Maybe it's time to redirect that energy, which in turn will redirect your life.